Our Saints training camp battle series continues as new addition Ty Montgomery looks to take the third running back spot away from incumbent Dwayne Washington. I'm Ross Jackson, and these are the Canal Street Chronicles. So with this truncated offseason, no OTAs, no mini camps, no opportunity, honestly, for Ty Montgomery to build any type of rhythm with either Drew Brees or hell, even with this offense, why is it that I feel so confident that Ty Montgomery could be a big-time playmaking addition for this Saints offense? It's simple. The roles that he fills and the versatility that he packs. Yes, we haven't seen a fully productive version of Ty Montgomery probably since 2016, his penultimate year with the Green Bay Packers. Remember, he was traded away from the Packers in 2017 after fumbling a kickoff that cost him the game against the St. Louis Rams. But when you look back at what Ty Montgomery did coming into the NFL as a slot receiver, eventually transferring over to the running back position when the Packers just simply had no healthy running backs, there was no production coming from Eddie Lacy. They needed some help at the position. Ty Montgomery became the joker role that the Packers didn't know that they had. Now he gets the opportunity to fit into an offense where that joker role is something that he would actually be able to help continue bring to life for Sean Payton, beside Alvin Kamara, and for this offense. Incumbent Dwayne Washington makes a very strong case. He was with the Saints in 2017 and 2018. He stuck on when we saw fan favorites like Boston Scott, Devine Ezigbo, and others come through, as well as some other veteran free agents like Mike Gillislee and Buck Allen. So many different guys come through that Dwayne Washington has found a way to beat, whether it be because of his familiarity with the team or even just simply because of what he can do in special teams, particularly at that running back 3 role. But now you have an opportunity with a guy like Ty Montgomery that can come in and not only serve that running back 3 role, but he has some special teams ability. He has some offensive ability, which we haven't really gotten to see from Dwayne Washington at all. He has offensive ability not only as a running back, as somebody that can run between the tackles, that can run outside, but he's also a hell of a pass blocker, a very good pass protector. And of course, you can get him involved not only as a wide receiver, but also as a slot receiver as well. So not just a receiver out the backfield. This is a guy that can do just like Alvin Kamara and line up in the slot and go and run routes and catch passes from Drew Brees and for the Saints offense as well. It's just too hard to look at how much the Saints value Swiss Army knife type players like a Tommy Stevens, for instance, who they traded back into the 2020 draft to select in the 7th round. A Taysom Hill, who they have completely fortified within this offense as a humongous offensive weapon for this team. It's hard to look at how much the Saints love those positionless players and those players that they can line up anywhere they want. Even Alvin Kamara is an example of that as a running back that can line up in the backfield, that can, take a handoff, but can also catch out of the backfield, can line up in the slot, that can catch a, big touchdown pass on 4th and 7, lined up out wide, matched up with a cornerback and a safety. They love those types of players so much. Why should Ty Montgomery be any type of an exception? The only thing that really holds Ty Montgomery back in my mind is his ability to show what he has and what he can contribute in all of those different varieties in the very short amount of time that he has. Because remember, even though training camp begins for veterans in terms of their reporting day on the 28th, things don't really ramp up until mid-August in terms of when pads are actually going on, helmets are actually going on. And when these guys get an opportunity after the acclimation period and then the gradual ramp up period to actually start to show what they've got out on the field. And it's going to be tough. It truly, truly is. We've seen Ty Montgomery now make 2 stops in Baltimore and in New York that weren't very fruitful for him at all. But this can be the difference because the type of style of offense that Sean Payton is going to be able to innovate, that type of offense that this team always relies on, I think Ty Montgomery is a fantastic fit. And I think that what he brings for you as a special teamer, in addition to what he does on offense, in addition to the fact that he can plug in place of Alvin Kamara, should Alvin Kamara's injuries pop back up, should you need anybody to replace him for a little while, if he just needs a spell, needs to grab a drink, he needs some Gatorade on the sideline, he needs to sit down for a little bit, whatever it might be, Ty Montgomery allows you to not have to change the playbook. And I think that alone is a very important thing to consider when selecting this running back 3, whether it be Ty Montgomery or Dwayne Washington, or if it means that the Saints were to bring and carry in 4 running backs on the roster, which is something we don't see very often amongst NFL teams, but it is also an option for the Saints should they get into a position to where they feel like they can't choose and maybe feel like because they have guys like, let's say, Tommy Stevens, as well as Jason Vanderlaan, as well as Josh Hill, as well as Taysom Hill, who can all line up at fullback, maybe they don't keep a fullback in that fourth running back spot, right? There's a lot of opportunity for a guy like Ty Montgomery to make this roster and do so meaningfully. And I truly believe that he'll find his way to do it, whether it be by carving out his own running back 3 position with the team and beating out Dwayne Washington by showing what he can do on special teams as well as over on the offensive side, whether it be via his pass catching capabilities or his capabilities as a running back or his NFL experience, whatever it may be. I truly think that Ty Montgomery will find some way to work his way onto this team's 53-man roster, and we will see him be impactful in the 2020 season. What's going on, Saints fans? Thank you very much for taking the time to check out today's video here at the Canal Street Chronicles. Now that you're done, go ahead and take a moment to subscribe, like, and comment below. Let us know what you thought about the video or your answer to whatever questions were in there, particularly for our Training Camp Battles series. Next, go ahead and check out the rest of the channel for other videos that are up, as well as visit the website at canalstreetchronicles.com for the latest articles and write-ups.